Well, hello, it's your old mate Dave Spencer, and welcome back to PMP and our coverage of London's underground system. We pick up the story which took us into the 1950s, and we're now under the auspices of the London Transport Executive, and basically in 1948 the operations were nationalised. The underground had its own sort of quirks. There was some bits that weren't part of the London Underground, but they were, and then they weren't. There was bits added on, there was bits taken off, as you'd expect on such a large system. Anyway, we've got some fascinating colour footage from a variety of photographers, some of it really exquisite, which is going to allow us to celebrate some of the enthusiast days, the beginnings, the ends, and surely of interest to many of you out there. And I'll catch up with you at the end of the programme. How's that? When we're looking at archive film, it's always difficult bringing things to the forum of YouTube, especially with soundtracks. We've had numerous occasions over the years where we've come a cropper, and even using the BBC sound library, which we purchased full price with authorization to use it. Others now lay claim to it. So anyway, the PMP collection of transport films is one of the biggest in the world, and a vast array of it you'll never see on YouTube. On our shop you can find digital downloads and links to nearly 500,000 still images. PMP's owned and run by myself and Mandy, and really it's a hobby for us, and we get great pleasure in meeting up with other enthusiasts around the world, whether it be in person or via the internet. The origins of PMP go back to the 1970s, when we used to sell photographs of buses at local Transport Society meetings in Manchester. We also had a brief period selling models, and it was this that gave vent to our name, Peover Model Promotions, Peover being our village in the Cheshire countrysides just next to the M6 motorway. By the end of the 1980s we'd started filming on video, and in '89 PMP was formed for video sales, and we were fortunate having a lot of good friends who gave us access to their archive cine, and we broadened our range both in time and locations. And just as video faded as a format, we started to produce DVDs, and in 2010 started filming in high definition, which produces startling quality, although I find it handles motion less well. These days we're dabbling in the likes of artificial intelligence, but just like all the other things that have gone before, they all have their difficulties. And we're not a Hollywood production company, so don't expect ice road truckers. Our budget's a tank of fuel, not $1 million. Once upon a time a customer complained that his trucking DVD had nothing but trucks on it. Well, you just can't win, can you? Anyway, after having a knee replacement in 2015, I retired from my day job in engineering and now work full-time, bringing you more films than ever. So I hope you'll have a dip into our website sometime, and meanwhile enjoy the clips that we do put on YouTube. Well, it's your old mate Dave Spencer back with you again. Well, how was that nostalgia fest for you? Lots of different photographers involved with all those wonderful images. Isn't it marvellous that they had the foresight to record them for posterity? It's always a pleasure having you along with us on these adventures. And as I always say on these occasions, yes, it's bye for now. Thanks for joining us. Stay well, stay safe, and God willing, we're all going to meet up again in the very near future for one of our further transport adventures, whether it be through time and space, looking back at the archives, or modern day visits. So from me, bye bye, take care, bye bye.